Hi, how are you? It's Traviseen here, and welcome back to our adventures in Azeroth. Last episode, we made our way over to the Dragon Isles and learned two professions, skinning and mining. We also got introduced to the Mortal Embassy, or what's left of it. Seems to be pretty beat up. Not too sure what happened. And we did not get to see Wrathion. Supposedly he was going to introduce us to the dragons, but I guess that didn't happen. I wonder where he is. So today we're going to continue questing here. We have a few quests to do. Have a chat here with cataloger Jakes. Can I see the renowned items you have for sale? Archaeologist artifact notes. Mark your map with the location of a treasure in the Waking Shores. Alright, so there we go. We got one of those.
Look always to the sea.
And you have to use this, I believe. Read the archaeology artifact notes. Alright, there we go. So let's turn this quest in.
Lord Admiral's favour, friend.
Rainai and I will be traveling with Toddy and Naleda to our permanent base camp once they figure out where that's going to be. Find us there later to see our full catalog.
Safe passage to you.
A lot of wheelers and dealers making their way up here. Taking advantage of all the opportunities that come from being in a new area. Brazier the Kinship Relit. Brazier of Kinship Relit. There we go.
May this brazier once more guide every peaceful denizen of Azeroth to these shores. The Isles have awakened.
The Draconid are badass. Alright, so there we go. I also changed my UI a bit. I noticed that the XP bar was being covered by my action bars, so I moved them up just a tad.
Do you need my help?
The embassy is looking better already. Is every Dracthyr as helpful as you are? I can't wait to meet more.
I'm always here to help.
My first real emergency. Sendrax looks puzzled. I have never known the Major Domo to be late to anything, much less this late to something this important. Most unusual. Sendrax perks up at the thought. I could use my emergency signal flare to alert them to your arrival. Then they would come rushing to greet you immediately. I've never fired my emergency signal flare before, though.
Please enjoy your time here.
Send the signal flare to alert the dragons of our arrival.
We were trained to only use these signal flares if the situation is dire. But I suppose this is a type of emergency.
Alright, so let's see what this is all about.
There! Major Domo Silistra will arrive soon.
Does the Major Domo personally respond to every call for help?
Oh, yes! In times of trouble, there is no one Queen Alexstrasza trusts more.
Alright, looks like we're gonna go see Major Domo.
Here they come.
Incredible.
Oh, there's Wrathion. I was wondering where he was.
Ah, look who we have here.
We saw the flare and assumed the worst. What is wrong, Cadet Sendrax? What is your need?
Major Domo.
I didn't know
the
Major
new
Domo
arrivals were wondering where
was a
you
fox.
were, and I thought...
That's hilarious.
I see. There was a reason for our absence. An ancient rival, the
Well, I guess he
Jarvan,
takes on
has
that
stirred
visage,
violence
right?
once again. Dragonheart Outpost has already fallen.
Do you trust me?
Well then, Evoker, what do you say? Do you fancy a fight alongside your newfound dragon acquaintances? I assure you, there is no quicker way to earn their trust.
Azeroth faces many threats.
So I guess he was dealing with, yeah, some
I
threats
can
from
help you
Dragon
thrive
Isles.
here, mortal.
The Jardin have awoken. Queen Alexstrasza is eager to meet you, but the Jardin awakening and attacking so suddenly has interrupted our plans. As Major Domo, I will ensure you receive your audience with Alexstrasza as soon as possible.
The Queen's blessings upon you.
I wish we'd time for more pleasant introductions, but we can't all be Chronormu, can we? I am Silistra, Major Domo to Alexstrasza the Lightbinder, Queen of the Dragons. Queen Alexstrasza asked me to convey her kindest regards and escort you to her at the life pools. But I'm afraid I must ask you for assistance before we go meet her. Our ancient rivals, the Jardin, have awoken from their slumber under the earth and have already assaulted a healthy outpost.
I will await you.
I'm confused. Are you a dragon or a Valpura? Yeah, that's what they're called, Valpura. Major Domo Silistra smiles kindly. Well, that is a curious question. Can a person only be a single thing? I have not found that to be true. In fact, I have found it far more likely for one to be many things simultaneously. You, I can tell, are far more than just a Dracthyr. You are an evoker. And I am more than just a dragon. Well, I am still a drake, technically. Major Domo Silistra chuckles. But you see me now in my chosen visage of Valpura, and I hope that in time you will see the rest of me as well. I am far more than just an anything. Alright, I want to ask you about something else. Okay. What does a Major Domo do? As Major Domo, I am entrusted by Queen Alexstrasza to oversee much of the day-to-day operations of our Dragonflight. I see her orders are carried out swiftly and appropriately. I respond to distress signals like the one that Cadet Sendrax errantly sent just now. Major Domo raises an eyebrow at Sendrax, who glances away. As a more direct answer to your question, I serve my queen. My flight are visitors. Wherever I am needed, I go for life. Okay, so there we go. How can I help you defend against the Jardin?
Lifebinder be with you. Cadet Sendrax, escort the adventurer to Commander Lethanak outside Dragonheart Outpost. Assist with the evacuation of the whelplings and wounded.
Yes, Major Domo.
Wrathion and I will take to the skies and keep the Jardin contained inside Scalecracker Keep.
Do hurry along, champion. After all, we wouldn't want the battle to be over before you even arrive.
Engage only when the whelplings and wounded are secure. The rest of the visitors must remain here until it is safe to leave the embassy.
Oh, I'm gonna miss all the fun.
There's plenty to study here before we move on, Toddy.
We each have a duty before us. By wing or by talon, see it done.
Alright.
Welcome to the Dragon Isles.
The Jardin have awoken.
It was nice
The Jardin
to
have
meet you.
awoken. This is not good, Trevoker.
Please enjoy your time here.
Reporting for duty.
I'm always
I've only
here
read
to
the
help.
Jardin in books. Ancient rivals to the dragons, powerful giants with mastery over earth and lava, dedicated wholly to hunting dragons to extinction. Sendrax furrows her brow at the distant volcano. My instructor said that they hadn't been seen since the dragons left, as they slumbered deep in the earth. If they've awoken, every whelpling on the isle is in danger. Follow me. I'll take us to Commander Lethanak at the Dragonheart Outpost.
It was nice to meet you.
We'll launch expeditions to every corner of these isles as soon as it's safe to do so.
Oh, where's the fun in being safe?
Alright, so we have to learn about our leader's fate. Oh yeah, that's a Shadowlands quest. We'll just get rid of that. But there's one thing we need to do. Always be crafting. We gotta get a Primal Earth core, so we'll do that before we leave. Not too sure where this core is. Is it this way? They say it's like below. Is there like a cave around here? Maybe that's what I'm missing. Maybe it's over here. Looks like this is a cave. Cool when we fight some, you know, animal type species. So I could try to skin them. Wondering if I might have messed up. Because don't you need like a skinning knife and like a, you know, like a tool to mine? You would think you could mine these guys, actually. They're earth out, you know? Usually you can mine. Okay, I'm just gonna use like big ability here. Get out of that. Oops. Can I mine these guys? I need like a mining pick, don't I? I looked there in the town, like I talked to the mining trainer, he didn't sell me anything. So I might have to go back to Stormwind to buy myself a mining pick. I'll have to look into that. Should have dashed out of that.
Acquire a target.
There we go, we got the earthen core. Let's heal up quick. Yeah, I chose to chill out a little bit after the first episode, just so, you know, everybody gets ahead. I usually do that. You're either you get ahead of the crowd or you get behind the crowd. It makes for a much smoother launch experience, I think.
Hi.
Always be crafting.
Off with you.
I'm gonna build a grand helmet first. No, a hammer. No, a big hammer.
Watch your back.
Grun's eyes open wide as you hand him the primal core is incredible. This is the best day of me life.
Safe travels.
Renown 2. Nice. Expedition Scout Pack treasures unlocked. Dragon Isle supplies.
Ready to serve.
Lead me to the Dragonheart outpost.
We'll move swiftly. Dragonheart outpost isn't far.
This guy kind of reminds me of, like, Barney.
According to legend, the
Doesn't sound like
Jarden
Barney, though.
are the dragon's most formidable rivals. They were ruthless and powerful, killing countless dragons in ancient times. When the dragons left and the land went dormant, so too did the Jarden slumber.
The Jarden.
But now, the land itself reawakens with glorious life. May we never tire of its beauty. We Dragonids have stayed vigilant as we safeguarded the Oath Stones, symbols of the Dragonflight's power. The return of the Jarden will test us to the limit. May we prove worthy of the challenge. Commander Lethanak, Cadet Sendrax and ally reporting on the Major Domo's orders.
Look at this guy. Could you imagine being like a warrior? A Valdraken warrior? Like, that'd be amazing. We'll make the best of this defeat. Reporting for duty.
Dismissed.
I will take the reinforcements I can get. We must act swiftly.
Report back.
What can you tell me about the Jarden? Overwhelming force applied directly, force on force, and may the strongest survive. There's a simplicity to their battle plan that I appreciate. I can't wait to strike back once we've secured our vulnerable. I like to talk about something else. Why did the Jarden attack the outpost? The Jarden have always sought opponents who could match them blow for blow. Few are strong enough to prove a challenge, so they rage more and more across the Isles. It is said that they used to attack these outposts regularly. they would either test the mettle of the elite Draconid guards, or their victory would draw out the dragons for an even tougher fight. So they just love to fight. Invader Jarden. We may not have the power to take back our outpost, but we do not have to surrender without a fight. Show them that we still have teeth.
Report back.
Deliver whelps from evil. They descended upon us before we could even respond. My guards held as long as they could as we evacuated the young and helpless. But I fear that these are more within the outpost. Cross the bridge and search for survivors.
I am trusting you with the lives of my brethren.
Oh, look at the size of these guys. Someone find me a worthier opponent to butcher. Let's group up two of them. Oh, we don't have our ability. It sucks. It's alright, though. Where are the Draconid? They're up here? The little whelps? They kind of look like giant humans.
Have a target.
So I guess these guys are up here. There's a whelpling. There's one right in the corner. I will admit the boat ride in wasn't that epic. I was expecting it to be a little bit more, you know, like legendary. Like, I don't know. It was kind of just like a quick boat ride in. I thought it would have introduced the Dragon Isles a little bit more. Like, it wasn't even close to as good as the entrance into the Howling Fjord on the Alliance side. But I've liked the Dragon Isles so far. I think it's going to be a cool place to explore. You're pretty much coming into like a war-torn area. So you can't expect, too much beauty to be going on, I guess. And there's the command.
What's the situation? The Shrine Guard protect. Protect your
Wonderful.
allies.
So we got a chest.
Dismissed.
Cannot rest yet, but I breathe easier knowing we have rescued them. Thank you.
For the Lifebinder.
Cater Sendrax has informed me of our Major Domo plans, thanks to the Lifebinder, that we have their help. Their interference gives us the reprieve we need to get our wounded back to the life pools to be treated. I wish I could reinforce Celestra, but I must keep my guards near the wounded. Go to the enemy stronghold to meet them. If there were another way to handle the Desjardins, I would ask it, but as it were, you must do what you want.
Report back.
Alright, so let's put on this chest.
Wait.
We could upgrade.
I need you for another vital task, Cadet.
I will see it done, even if it costs me my life.
Easy, young one. We will need our most veteran warriors to combat the rise of our ancient enemies. Head to the Lifebinder Conservatory and rally the Draconid to the life pools.
Right away, Commander Lethanek.
Erstwhile ecologist. The wounded are stabilized, but something still troubles me, Evoker. A pair of Dragonspawn ecologists had come to the outpost to study the wetlands. I haven't seen scale nor claw of them since the attack, and it's become worrisome. If you're venturing out, would you mind keeping an eye out and making sure they're safe? And do take care. Rumor has it those wetlands are Gorlock infested.
May the waters.
Oh, so the Gorlocks are here. That's a lot. They're also in Wrath of the Lich King in Borean Tundra. They're pretty much Murlocs, but I guess a little chunkier, you could say. Like just bigger, a little bit bigger version of Murlocs.
We serve once more.
You're watching an ecologist collapsed. We're watching an ecological collapse, and while I agree we must do something, we shouldn't allow ourselves to act rashly. Erstwhile ecologist. An attack on Dragonheart Outpost? Well, that does sound serious. But as you can see, we're dealing with our own crisis here.
Aspects watch over you.
Why are there so many deceased animals here? These poor creatures are victims of the elementals that are encroaching on these wetlands. We've been studying their corpses. Ishka looks back at Tharu and then continues. In the hopes we will be able to keep their fellow from meeting the same end. Don't worry, death for one is food for another. Even death can nurture life. What can you tell me about these wetlands? Ishka glances over to Tharu as if seeking consensus. These guys are like really secretive. Due to their relative safety and abundance of food, many types of birds and fish rely on the wetlands as breeding grounds. Many migrate here from very far away to lay their eggs and raise their young before returning home. It makes our protection of these lands all the more vital.
May the waters protect you.
A scalpel of a solution. I believe we are gathering enough data safely from here, but Tharu is an exceptional ecologist and prefers we take action. Still, the ecosystem is fragile, and we may damage it if we are not careful. I do, however, agree we don't have much time. It might be worth indulging him a little. Calling the rampaging elementals ought to buy us time without impeding our research. Be sure to call them in equal numbers. We don't want to throw things further out of balance.
Go with the aspects.
The wildlife rescue. Enough sitting around. We should be out there doing something now.
Until we meet again.
It doesn't take an ecologist to see that the wetlands are in real trouble, but Ishka's got us stuck here examining dead creatures, when we ought to be stopping them from dying in the first place. The red dragonflight is about preserving life, not dissecting it. I love Ishka, but he's good at what he does. But if we wait until he's done puttering, there won't be any wetlands left to save. I'll manage his overthinking. You get out there, get your boots muddy, and rescue some wildlife.
Aspects watch over you.
Are you concerned about the attack on the Dragonheart outpost? Dragonheart outpost, Pa. They can build a new outpost. They can build 10 new outposts. But these wetlands are one of a kind. Come on. That's more important. Some silly buildings or the preservation of a unique, delicate ecosystem that dozens of creatures rely upon?
Waters north.
I kind of like Daru's approach better than Ishka's. Because if you just sit there thinking, you know, for too long, you're just never going to get anything done. And then just more problems arise, right? If you know there's a problem, you got to deal with it. Helpless waterfowl. Look at these little ducks. So what are they doing? Just spraying them with water? And that's like hurting them? Oh, like I got one shot. Really makes you like, when you're like one-shotting stuff like this, it really makes you think like you don't really need good gear to like start an expansion at all. Like, the gear that you currently have is more than enough. Especially the stuff they already give you. Alright, so we're saving the animals. And we have war mode on, I believe. Remember I had it on. Haven't seen any horde yet. Yeah, we have it on. I think we'll try to keep it on for the entire journey and see if we get into some fights with the horde.
I need to target something first.
Interested to see what happens. I like the update to the elementals. They look really cool. I wonder when they did that update. I haven't played retail in a long time. I like the music in this zone. Has like a relaxing but mysterious vibe to it, I would say. And we're gonna hit level 61 soon, guys. That was a quick level. Oh, there's one of the quests we need to turn in. We'll need to get one more of these guys down. See if we can one-shot them. Oh, pretty close. And we still need to get one more. I think it's one of the water elementals. These ducks are hilarious. That's what we said we would come here to do. We came here to save the ducks. So that's what we're gonna do, guys. We're doing all the duck quests. We said we were Razagath. We don't believe in time, and we're here to save the ducks. I wonder if that'll, like, play into something at the end. Like, if they'll remind you about that, about those choices you made. It'd be kind of cool. You're risking dorsal spine avulsion? Ugh.
I never gave up hope
Scalpel of
for
Solution.
dragonkind.
Did that seem to affect anything? No? Ecologist Ishka sighs. Well, at least we're nearly finished with our research.
May the flights
Looks like you're wrong. You're wrong, Ishka.
stand
There,
firm
the wetlands
in
are
your
fixed.
duty.
Meanwhile, Ishka is still doing some taxidermy, research. Wait, what do you mean the elementals keep coming?
Continue to serve.
Dungeon unlocked, the ruby life pools, that's
The
cool.
Isles
Forensic
welcome you.
ecology. I'm at my wit's end, Evoker. Tharu and I have made our way through nearly all the corpses, only to stumble at the end because we cannot agree on a methodology. If only he could just listen to me. Ecologist Ishka sighs. The stress of the situation is getting to us both. I don't even have a firm hypothesis yet. You look like you
Looks
have
like
a
you could all
strong
use some
stomach.
Resources. There's a saying for this. Survival of the fittest.
I wonder why this came up. You look like you have a strong stomach. Will you take over on these last two Gorlocks? You can borrow my scalpel.
Honor all.
Oh, those are
dragons.
Gorlocks? Okay, here we go. We're doing a little test here. Curious, its bones are hollow, wind infused. Maybe that bloating is surely drowned. In large swim bladders, water magic. Yeah, but look at the lungs, it's clearly suffocated. Wind and water Gorlocks fighting one another. Ah, what nonsense are they bickering over? Alright. So is that it?
The Isles have awakened.
Oh, we have to look at the shells of the Gorlocks. Are those shells elemental?
Go with the aspects.
Magic shells? You were right. There's a lot more to this. Their elemental bickering must be spilling out over the wetlands.
I have lived to see them return.
It's the Gorlocks fighting that's been harming the wetlands, so Ecologist Ishka looks ashamed. I think I understand now.
Aspects watch over you.
While I'm glad Tharu now sees my point of view, I'm also grateful he had you rescue wildlife while I was dawdling. Never heard that word before. The situation is much more dire than anticipated. He was right to take action. With that, we've learned. I fear this elemental and bombardment won't stop until we've dealt with the Gorlocks. If I were Tharu and thinking actionably, I would go straight for their leaders without anyone to rally around. The fighting should dissipate and no longer threaten the wetlands.
May the waters protect you.
Don't be so shellfish. I was a fool to doubt Ishka when he insisted that there was more to this. He wouldn't be my mate if he wasn't always 2 steps ahead of me. We can make it up to him by taking action, of course. It is shells that are causing all this elemental chaos. Why don't you go into their camp and take those shells right out of their slimy hands? Bring back piles of the wind and water shells, enough for Ishka to research to his heart's content.
May the flights protect you.
Yeah, so it looks like they were both right. That always leads to the biggest arguments, is when 2 people are right, but they're also like a little bit wrong. There's the Gorloks. I don't know, they're not that big. Much bigger in Northrend. Oh, here we go. Got a couple coming here. Let's group them all up. Well, I guess they have like crab pets. Yeah, we actually have another talent. I wonder what we should take. Casting an Empower spell increases the damage of your next 2 spells of the same color by 15%. It's pretty cool. Casting an Empower spell increases your essence regeneration rate by 100%. I think we'll take that. Yeah, I set up my talents in during the pre-patch. Took me a while. I like that they have the talent trees back though, even though they can be a little bit daunting to look at the beginning. It's nice that it's going to add a little bit of variety to classes. Oh, there's a mine. It looks like we can mine. And I wonder if I can skin the Gorloks. We don't need a tool to mine. That's cool. Just goes to show you how long I haven't played retail. It's been a long time. Or I've just been playing a lot of Classic. Not too sure what I think about that.
I require a target.
Like, the one, it's good that you don't need it, because then you, you know, have more space in your bags. But, it's just kind of weird not having a tool for it. You could just pull out a mining pick randomly. I kind of like Classic's way of doing it, having tools and stuff. I think it makes it a little bit... It makes it better. I kind of like small stuff like that, even though it is kind of annoying, and not having to buy a tool and holding a tool in your bags is nice. I think it's better to have the tools. I don't know. It's tough. It's a tough decision. A quack for help. Okay, we're saving some ducks. This duckling flails around frantically inside the bubble, quacking in fright. Maybe the ecologists would know how to help it. Bring the bubble duckling back to the ecologist camp. Let's go, Bubbly. See if we can one-shot these guys with a max. Got his pet down, though. It's over here. Oh! Got stuck in a water tornado. Do you have to fight this guy? Oh yeah, he's the guy. Oh, he's the Gorlok King. Summon Tsunami. We got the elemental down. Get out of that. Get that. This guy's actually kind of a tough fight. Okay, so the next guy, I think he's just over here. Keep collecting these water-infused shells. Let's make our way up here. There we go. It's time. It's time to deal with Whirl Gurgle. Why is he attacking us? Oh, we're lagging? Oh man, come on. That's why I waited. So we wouldn't have stuff like this. I wonder what's going on. I guess they're having some issues. When I was looking at the launcher, supposedly they're having a little bit of issues with the game. But hopefully we can deal with this guy. Okay, there we go. Oh, big damage. Alright, so let's get the shells. We gotta get the wind-infused shells, so wow, we haven't even touched those yet.
Target something first.
Crazy how you can like kill these guys in like one disintegrate. It kind of feels like they made these mobs a little, I want to say a little too weak. Maybe just Dracthyrs are a little overtuned, I don't know. We'll see if we die. We'll eventually die, I think, during this playthrough, but... Or I've already died, I think. I've already died, pretty sure. I died during the Dracthyr prologue. This is a different one, though. This is out in the Dragon Isles. So we'll see if we die out in the Dragon Isles. I think we will eventually. This is the intro, so they're not going to make it too challenging.
I do not have a target.
Let's see if we should go down here. What the heck? You can go up this way? That's awesome. I didn't know that. Alright, so we just need one more. It's the final Gorlock. Alright, so we got all the water-infused shells. I think we got all the shells, right? Or we need one more? I think that's it. We've been leveling up pretty quick. I bet you there's people that are already, if I could slash you, that are already level 70. I wonder if they still have that slash you. I'm just gonna type, just 70s. Anybody 70? Oh yeah, they're gonna have any 68s. How about 66? Yeah, 66s. So I'd probably say buy tomorrow. I got some 67s. People are grinding, man.
I require a target.
Well, the game's only been out for 6.5 hours. So people have already gone to 67 in just 6.5 hours. It's pretty quick. So I'm guessing like around 12 hours. 10 to 12 hours, people will be 70.
Shine down on you.
The sledgehammer of a solution. I think he likes it in there. What should we call you, little one? Sorry, we can't possibly keep him. Waddles. His name is Waddles. Alright, Waddles. I think I called him Bubbly.
Aspect's grace, shine down
Alright,
on you.
that ought to show him. Ishka and I will take these back to the life pools somewhere where they can cause any more trouble. Where they can't cause any more trouble. You've done good work here today, Evoker.
Honor all
Well, look after Waddles. Let us know if you find any other lost ducklings out there.
waters nourish you.
Looks like these guys are allies of the ducks.
Dragonkind.
That ought to leave them scrambling, at least for a while. Thank you for all your help, Evoker.
Honor all.
Save the hippos. You got an achievement. Complete the optional Waking Shore storylines listed below. Yeah, maybe we'll be able to finish this. I'll look into that. Let's see if these boots are an upgrade. We got some wrists, male wrists. A little bit of an upgrade. These an upgrade? No. I think that's all we got so far. Alright, so let's go meet Wrathion at Scalecracker Keep. I think what we'll do to meet him actually is we'll use a soar. Probably should have went on a higher point. But I think if we soar like this, we should be okay. I think he's up here. What's going on here?
Champion.
Oh, there he is.
From the outpost, I hope.
It does my heart well to hear such good news from Dragonheart Outpost during such terrible time. Such a terrible time. The refugees will be safe at the life pools. Even the Jardin would not raise arms against the might of Queen Alexstrasza herself.
Learn from the past. Look
These giants
to the
might be
future.
dragons' ancient enemies, but they won't stand a chance against the likes of me.
Until next time.
Alright guys, well I think we're going to call it here, and next episode we'll see how Wrathion decides to deal with these new enemies that we have. But as always, thanks for watching, keep your heads up, later.